Virgo, let's get into a reading. So we're gonna see, why is there silence in your relationship? So I'm noticing right off the bat, I'm feeling really tense. So this could be a relationship where there's been a lot of like, maybe not good things happening. There could be things that happen that could have stressed one or both of you out. I almost burnt my mouth with my coffee. So there could have been an energy here where someone could have almost got burnt or got burnt, but not bad enough to where it took forever and forever and forever to heal. So that's the energy I'm feeling right off the bat. So that might resonate for you. That could be the history with the person that I'm about to bring in where there's silence. So keep an open mind. If you need anything, guys, it's going to be in the comment section. I did launch my Oracle decks. So if you would like to check those out, you can find it again in the comment section on Etsy. My personal readings, Patreon, and channel members get to see these first. And that's about it. So let's get into it. All right, so let's jump in with one of my decks first and see what the overall energy is here. Let's see. What's the overall energy here for you and this person? Yeah, a love offer could have been rejected. But this person could be wanting to come back in. Okay, so some of you dealt with someone who gave you mixed signals. Virgo, this could be you, or crosswatcher, this could be you, okay? Keep an open mind. I'm going to let you decide who this resonates for. Someone here didn't accept an offer. And it was protecting you from something that you weren't meant to experience. But now this person could be wanting to come back. What they want is to get back together. That's what they want. Now, for some of you, you might just accept this person as a friend, but some of you, this person wants to be lovers again. Okay, let's see. What's this person want to say to Virgo? What's this person want to say to Virgo? I was taking your energy and your love for granted. Since you've been out of my life, I've been realizing how amazing you are. This could be someone who ran from you. This could be someone who didn't want anything too deep. This could be someone who just wanted to casually date. Oh, goodness, y'all. Okay, what does this person want? So why is there silence, first off? Why is there silence? Interesting. I just did a Aries reading, and these are the same 3 cards that come out in the Aries reading. 2 of Wands, Sun, Temperance. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. Why the silence? Because someone here is trying to decide what they want. Are they ready to go full force into a future? Are they ready to stay stuck? Do they even want to choose a path? Someone here's, their focus was not bringing balance. I do know that. That was not their focus in the past, which is the reason why there was silence here. Okay. There could have also been someone else involved where they could have been indulging, or they could have had a mom, a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, a dad. They could have someone in their life that seems very stable and grounded. Like, this would be the kind of person that if they needed help, they could call this person. But this person is also not the kind of person you would want to go get advice from. So Virgo, this is either you or someone else, but someone here has a person in their life, a friend, a family member. It's like that person shows up in a stable way. They might go to their job and work, and they come in, you can depend on them. You know they're going to show up. They might pay their bills. But when it comes to advice, they might tell this person to spend money they don't have. It doesn't matter. You don't need to pay rent. Your landlord can get it later. I would personally say that you can go without that blizzard, but you need to be paying your rent. But some people don't show up in the way that others do. So someone here was influencing your person and giving them bad advice. And they were kind of enabling a lifestyle where it's, well, you only live once. You should be able to get whatever you want, honey. Make yourself happy. But you're my best friend. If they ain't treating you like a king or a queen and there's one problem, y'all should break up. It's like someone here had an indulgence vision, an indulgence view, be careful who you take advice from, because you might be taking advice from someone who's married and it seems like they have a happy marriage, but behind closed doors, you don't know what's happening. This person took advice from someone and that advice led them to short fulfillments, okay? So that could be another reason that there's silence here, is that they're taking advice from someone who shows up in a way that isn't long lasting. It's like if they buy a car, it doesn't work in a year. They've wrecked it. They've done something to it. They didn't pay the bill. It got repoed. If they buy a home, it gets taken. They just lack stability. But I feel like this is someone who shows up and people think that they have stability. But your intuition could have told you that when this person showed up in a place or from a standpoint that was very direct and cold and calculated, that there had to be a reason. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like this is someone who broke up with you and you're like, I don't get it. What happened? Oh, well, someone gave them advice and was like, don't take when they cry, don't listen to their crying. They just want you to feel bad for them. They're just trying to manipulate you. Maybe it hurt your feelings. But this person could have showed up very like cold, direct, logical, but it's because of advice that they got. Have you ever been around those people who have friends and their friends are able to influence them so much that you're like, wait, you're doing things that you don't even deem right for you simply because your friend said you shouldn't go out with them. Ugh, they look weird. And it's like, you might be crazy about them. You might even think they're the hottest thing in the world, but your friend might critique them or have something to say. And if you don't have a backbone or you're not able to stand up for yourself and go, hey, listen, keep your opinion to yourself. I did not ask. It's going to have you maybe going, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't want to date that person. You're right. But your intuition could have told you that when they started acting very cold, mean, malicious, that something was going on. And again, something was going on. So the reason that there's silence here is because this person who took advice from a family member, again, this could be a bitter mom. This could be a mom who wants their son or their daughter all to themselves. They don't want them dating anyone. They want them with them. They still got that in the nest syndrome. They don't want that baby going anywhere. So they could be like, yeah, you know, he or she doesn't love you the way that they should. They challenged you. Nobody challenges my baby. Break up with them. You need someone who worships the ground you walk on. Okay, well, unrealistic party of one, that's not a thing. Instead of saying, okay, well, you know, no relationship's perfect. People are going to challenge you. Do they have good qualities, though? People change over time, but what's their morals? How's their integrity? What do they value? That should have been the things that this person was kind of bringing to your person's attention, but they did the complete opposite. So because of that, if this was like a best friend, a family member, again, this could be a brother or sister, a parent. This is someone that was a stable part of their life. They took that advice and they were like, you know what, you're right. And then they brought in some sort of communication to you that made you go, this doesn't sound like your words. You've never been this direct in communication. All of a sudden you know what to say. Who gave you the words? That could have been something that happened here. And then this person turned their back and was like, we're done. We're not focusing on balance. Well, now they want to focus on balance because I think this person's recognizing that they took bad advice and they wish they wouldn't have. Yeah, desire, passion. So what does the action look like? It looks like them taking action very kind of impulsively. They could travel to see you. This person's going to come out of nowhere. Nowhere. I'm telling you, nowhere. This could be, again, a fire sign. I'm getting a lot of fire energy. They could have a lot of fire in their chart. Getting a revelation that they want to come in and give an apology. So they're going to have an unexpected revelation that they want to come in and give an apology. And they're going to bring this apology in very impulsively. So what's going to happen is this person's going to reach out to you out of nowhere. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe so-and-so just contacted me. They're going to say, hey, I'm really sorry. Can we meet up so I can tell you kind of what happened and why I come off as so cold, heartless, distant? Can I just kind of tell you why I showed up in that way? And you might go, okay, what's up? And then they're going to tell you, you know, I have felt very called to do this, and I thought about it for some time, but today I was like, you know what, I'm taking the action. And as soon as they take the action, they might then go, okay, I'm calling into work, or hey, I'm getting off work, I'm literally driving to you right now. I'm not going home. We're not waiting till 2-3 days in the future. We're doing this now. It's going to be very quick movement, again, almost impulsive. What happens when something's impulsive? Well, you go, here's an example. I was hanging out with friends years ago, sitting in a parking lot, figuring out what are we gonna do? And I think it was a Virgo, if I'm not mistaken. And we looked at one another and was like, let's go rent a boat. That was Impulse 101. We went from, we'll probably go chill by the pool, to renting a boat in 5 minutes. We were at Food City getting stuff to go to the boat, and we were on the boat within an hour. Had babies pulled out of school and everything. Impulsive, but that was one of the best moments I would say that I've had in at least 5 years. That's what I'm getting here. Sometimes impulsive moments can bring the best moments. Sometimes it might not be the best choice you have. Sometimes it might not be something that's the smartest. However, sometimes it is the best choice you can make. You get inspired action, you feel called to do something, and you're like, you know what? I just had an idea and I think we should do it. And I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Nobody's gonna get in trouble. Nobody's gonna get hurt. Nobody's gonna go in bankruptcy. So let's do it. That's what I'm saying here. So someone can take impulsive action to bring an apology in, but it's going to be followed by, hey, this is the action. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to get you. There will be action taken. Now, again, keep in mind that this person is feeling very pulled to bring some sort of passionate new beginning in, okay? Okay, wanting to come in and talk about some sort of rejection. Yeah, this person wants a second chance. This person wants a second chance with you. And a lot of you have seen that the past time you were with one another, they couldn't have given you what you deserved then. And I think some of you have come to terms with it. The reason they didn't accept the offer, the reason they rejected it, the reason this failed is because, yeah, they took bad advice. They listened to someone. They weren't in a place in their life where they could stand up for what they wanted or what they believed in. But maybe it just wasn't the right time. Maybe the person that I needed them to be, they weren't then. And instead of being like, no, we're not really compatible. But at one point you could have been wanting to put a square peg in a circle peg hole. And now you could recognize that maybe there's a reason it failed in the past. There's a reason that they had to take bad advice or listen to someone or assume that someone had their best interest at heart when they didn't. People can give you advice all day. That doesn't mean that they have your best interest at heart. Family members, friends, children, that does not mean that they have your best interest at heart. They're doing the best that they can. They feel that they have your best interest at heart, but what they would do might not be what you're gonna do, might not be what would be best for you. That's what this person's recognized. So you guys are gonna talk about it. But I am saying, yeah, they're going to communicate how your emotional fulfillment and how they're ready to be your everything and how you're a soulmate or a twin flame. But I am seeing here, and I'm just going to be honest with you, Virgo, I am seeing that you might not see this person as marriage material now. I'm seeing that they're coming in and they're going to tell you not only everything you want to hear, but everything you thought this was going to be last time. So they're going to come in and say, listen, I'm in love with you. If I want to be a match to anyone, it's you. I want to show up for you. I want to be your partner. I want to wake up to you. I want to be yours. And I think it's going to feel really good to hear that. But I think something that's going to end up taking place is you're going to really look at yourself in the mirror with all the emotions that you're feeling, and you're going to say, but do I see this as my forever? When I think of waking up to someone, is this it? When I think of everything and someone having my back and someone being my partner, is this it? What do I want? And some of you, there's going to be raw, honest truth on what that looks like. And some of you, you're going to recognize that you don't want this person because they did take bad advice, let themselves be strayed away by listening to someone who ended up damaging this relationship. We got to be honest, they damaged it too. I can give my advice to you all day, but it don't matter if you don't take it. So I think that's another thing here is you're not going to go in and go, oh, well, I don't like their mama because their mama did this, or I don't like this person because this person did this. You're going to look at this person and go, but at the end of the day, I'm not married to them. I'm not in love with them. I don't care about them. I'm not dating them. I'm dating you. And you being able to assume that you know who I am, or you being able to have your mind changed because someone said something and you quickly agreed with it, kind of bothers me. And I got to be honest with myself about it. It bothers me that you now come in and say, I am the one, I'm your everything. This sucks, you know? It sucks. That's good. That's going to be what some of you feel like. Give me a little bit more for you. Yeah. It's like you can't get over what happened. It's like you can't get over what happened. A lot of you, you're going to have a hard time not feeling stuck in the past. And I think you're going to ask yourself, you know, can I get over it? Can I get over it, and can I leave it be? Or am I always going to be thinking about, well, you know, they let their mama change their mind. You know, they let their daddy say something that wasn't true. You know, and that's what some of you are going to end up feeling is, I don't know, Danielle, I just feel, yeah. Have the strength okay, so for a lot of you, they're telling you have the strength and the courage to let it go. Because what you're going to see is that this person is coming in empty-handed. So not only did they take bad advice, but they're coming in after they've explored things that have left them depleted. And I think that's going to chip at your self-worth. Feeling like you weren't worth the first choice, feeling like you weren't worth picking the first time around, feeling like you weren't worth fighting for when others had opinions or views. It's like deep down, this is going to dig out some sense of insecurity. And instead of taking that insecurity into this relationship, you're going to look at them and go, you're triggering my insecurity and that's my problem and I'm going to work on that. But this is the reason why I don't want to be with you. Is because when I needed a true partner, when you had the opportunity to be there for me, you took me for granted. And it wasn't until you lost me that you seen what I had. It reminded me of the Kardashian episode when Khloe made the comment, I'm tired of loving everyone and not seeing how bad they can be until they do me so wrong, for them to not see how great I am until they did me wrong. Now, I slaughtered the way she said that. That's not the way she said it at all, but that is pretty much sums it up. At the end of the day, I think what you're realizing here is that it really sucks that it took this person running this through the mud and your heart through the mud for them to see that you were special and they want you. And I think you're at a place where you're like, I deserve more than that. I deserve someone on the first time around, them looking at me and going, no, you're what I want. You're special. You're something that's priceless. And I see that the first time around. And a lot of you, this person coming back is going to trigger a lot of emotion inside of you, but it's also going to make you sure that you know what you want and that you might not be able to trust someone else to fight for it, but you can trust that you can fight for your own self. That you know what's best for yourself. And now keep in mind, this person didn't speak up. So this is your opportunity to speak up. This is your opportunity to say, you know, you've realized how amazing I am now that you don't have me, but you should have realized it when you did have me. And I'm sorry that you recognized it once you let it go, but sometimes you can't get it back. Sometimes you can, but sometimes you can't. This is saying recognize, have the strength and the courage to recognize that you might always end up empty-handed here. That what investment looks like for you is not what investment looks like for this person. And although this person's going to come in and say, I want to be your everything, their vision of being your everything and what you think that getting it looks like is different. So make sure you have those conversations. If they say, I want to give you everything, what does that look like? What is your everything? Your checkbook, your heart, your loyalty, your love, your compassion? Or your drama, your headache, your debt? What is your everything? What are you bringing to the table? Because I want to know. And recognize that maybe, just maybe, it's going to fall short. That's what I'm getting for some of you. I'm getting for some of you, this person's coming to the table empty-handed with an empty plate going, put on my plate. And they're saying they've had the opportunity to come and get food all along. Now that the 2 hours is up, we're taking the food up, all of a sudden they're hungry, they want you to put stuff on their plate. That's this person's energy. So at the end of the day, you get to decide what you want. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what's right for you, what's wrong for you. I'm just here to tell you what the energy is and what you can expect. So I'm going to leave that here, and I hope you have a blessed day.